Okay. Oh, we're live. What is up, guys? My name is the Austinator, and welcome back to the channel. This is another live discussion with my friends Nindroid and Sour. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
So,
He muted
we
me
are
again.
going to be doing a live discussion on Marvel and DC. So the topics I'm gonna argue everything for both, and then during the stream I'm gonna be talking to. I'm gonna send a message to all you corporate Marvel shills out there that you guys, or well, I'm not really gonna go against. If you like Marvel and DC, you guys are absolutely cool in my book, but there are just some people in the community that needs to be silenced in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Before we get to that, Sour, where can they find you at?
you can find me at
YouTube, obviously, just the name displayed here. Twitter at FTRussell6 and Instagram at ForestRussell6.
Very, very nice. Nindroid, where can they find you at?
You can find me at Twitter at Nindroid243. You can check me out on Instagram at Nindroid243, and you can of course check me out on YouTube at Nindroid243. My goal is to get 200 subs by the end of June.
Very, very nice indeed. You guys can find me on Twitter at the Austinator17. You guys can find me on Discord at the Austinator. You can usually find me in Storms Nation, Robert Storms' Discord server. You guys should definitely join that. Also, you
Yeah,
guys can find me here on YouTube at the Austinator. I'm trying to hit 30 subscribers. We currently have 23, so 7 more. Hopefully, you guys that are watching this that are new, come in and subscribe and hit that like button as well. So I feel like we did our intro very long enough. Let's just start off this stream with this. This is the first banner I made. Marvel fanboys beware. And let me tell you, I'm only going to go after a certain demographic of fanboys. And I'm going to explain why, because this is what triggered me, okay? This is what triggered me somewhat to do this. So I have a friend who I went to Votech with before this whole shenanigans happened. I was going to do a well, me and her were talking, or no, me and him were talking. My apologies. Me and him were talking, and he does not like DC stuff, and I'm like, okay, have you watched DC stuff? And I don't think he has. So I am just going to just gonna talk to you guys that are watching the stream either now or after the fact, because it'll more likely come out tomorrow. I think that there's a certain demographic of people out there who watch Marvel and hate DC without even watching a DC film or reading a DC comic book.
Yes, exactly. I've been
And
encountered with all those people before.
yeah,
There's a lot of people in my school which are that way. Let's just say that.
um, so to basically say this, I'm just gonna say this right out of the gate. If you have not watched a DC film and you have not read a DC comic book and you're gonna hate DC, give it a chance. You know, I'm not saying like okay, if you read a DC comic book and watched a DC movie, you hated it and you don't want and you say, listen, Marvel's better. I'm fine with that. I can say, okay, you gave it a chance, you don't like it, that's fine. It's not your cup of tea. Whatever. You
Yeah,
drink your own
yeah.
pool.
Yeah, to each their own about that, but if you never tried it or you never it's almost like trying food, for example. If you never try, for example, a tomato, but you hate it, it's kind of bad, let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
It's like you never tried it, so how do you know that it's actually truly bad?
That is
I know.
absolutely
I just compared DC to a tomato.
the best thing.
Best comparison ever. It's almost like sour too. He said that Star Wars is bad at first, but now he's a fan.
Yeah, like that was kind of like me with certain things at first. It's like, okay, I didn't really like them, but when I tried them, it's not bad.
That's exactly what sour is now. He was like, Star Wars is bad. I'm not gonna be a Star Wars fan. Then I kept on like saying, watch A New Hope, watch the films. He's like, okay. After he watches the main story, I am a Star Wars fan.
I mean, that was early.
So, you know.
So, with that all being said, let me just say this before we really get into the meat and potatoes of this discussion. If you guys have not watched a DC film and you guys haven't read a DC comic book at all in your life, please, and I mean please, watch a movie, read a DC comic book. You will be better for it. Okay, I recommend watching the best DC film, and I recommend watching the worst Marvel film. And I will tell you, I this whole I got like having else to say on this before we get into it.
Okay, guys, I'm back. I just had to get my chair.
No, that's fine.
We all
Okay,
got
so are we all ready for the main overall topic, I guess?
well, I would say topic slash subsections of the topic, but yes,
Yeah.
I think we're all ready. So I think we should start off with the obvious one to compare movies. And Nindroid, you can take this first. Which has the
Okay.
better film? And explain why.
Okay, with movies, I gotta quickly just say that. So, Spider Man was the first film in which I ever saw that was comic book, like related. And I'm gonna easily say that Spider Man is a great comic book film. The 2002 Spider Man, of course, that I'm talking about. And it technically, that was what defines a superhero. So, and then right after that, I watched Batman 1989, and I also enjoyed that movie, and I thought that's what a hero represents, too. And here's the thing. If you look at Marvel's track record and also DC's track record, they both have bad movies. But most people more look at the MCU and the DCEU. They don't look at the other past films. They look at both of them, like which films were worse within the MCU or the DCEU, because they're the two shared universes. And I will admit, Marvel with the MCU is better than the DCEU because the MCU was actually planned at first. And DCU, I feel like they had a plan, but their plan was very sloppy,
Yeah.
I'll say. Um, and they rushed it too much. Like for example, the Batman film with Robert Pattinson. That film should have been like right after Man of Steel, to be honest. But with Ben Affleck, if you understand what I mean. And though, if you look back, Marvel has some bad movies, and also DC too, that are non MCU or DCEU. For example, with Marvel, Blade Trinity. You also have Punisher Warzone. You have the Ghost Rider films. You have Elektra. you get my point right there.
Mm.
And also Howard the Duck, most people hate, even though that I actually just view that as a comedy. Then we have DC. DC has 3 and 4 of Superman, and also the Green Lantern film. All right, that's non DCU. So if you look at the track record, actually Marvel has a bit of bad films if you just look at it.
Yeah.
And also with the MCU, they have Thor: The Dark World. Most people hate, even though I thought it was okay. Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3. You get my point.
Yeah.
So in total, technically they're both even, but Marvel is better all because they did their shared universe before DC did it. So they were like, you know what? DC started first with the comics, but guess what? Marvel is gonna do it, first with the movies, technically.
Absolutely agree. Sour, do you have anything to say?
Um, you mean for like this our first ever like superhero movie, or
You just state basically what Nindroid is, like talk about the films from both, like good, bad, and then like talk about which has better films.
yeah, well, actually my first comic book movie was actually a Marvel one, and surprisingly, that was actually Doctor Strange. I saw it when it first released in theaters. That's when that was my first ever comic book film. So I started like pretty late. Um, for the movies, I'd say that Marvel is better. I mean, I don't really read a lot of comics, so I can't really say much about that, the comics. But definitely for the movies, Marvel is better because they had their fair share of stinkers, like mainly before the MCU, like what Nindroid said. But overall, I'd say Marvel is better at making movies. Don't get me wrong, I still love some DC movies, like Wonder Woman, mainly like the 2017 ones. 2017 was a great year for uh, DC. Wonder Woman, Aquaman. Did Shazam come? Wait, when did Shazam come out? I forget.
Shazam came out last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, so was 2019
19.
actually. 'Cause Shazam and
2019.
Joker. So 2017 and 2019 were great years for
DC. But yeah, overall, Marvel, in my opinion, is better at making movies. So far, though, it might change soon.
What I think it might change all because, well, now was like Phase 4. Can we all agree Phase 4 is going to be the weakest out of all the phases so far?
Yeah, probably.
It will.
Because like you gotta just just look at all the stuff in which they're going to do, and do you actually think some of the stuff will be pretty good? Like, okay, the Eternals, I don't give a crap about. Like, I don't give a crap about the Eternals.
Yeah, I
Even
don't either.
like
I never heard of it.
I don't give a crap unless if it's like the Guardians of the Galaxy, then I'll enjoy it because like we already got like the Guardians of the Galaxy no one really cared about, and that was the least excited film. But now Guardians Volume 2 was one of the most hyped films in Phase 3. So just saying that out there. But also, like, okay, we want Doctor Strange 2. We want Thor Love and Thunder. Do I think Thor Love and Thunder will be a great film? Most of it will be, probably. I just hope that they don't kill off Thor. If they kill off Thor, it's automatically my least favorite Thor film.
Yeah, and
Plain
then
period.
they
You know.
replaced Thor with Natalie Portman.
Yeah, they better not replace her like that. They better not replace him like that. Like, I'm okay with Lady Thor completely. Like, I liked her in the comics, but I don't like it if she replaces him. I think what would be good is a sidekick,
Yeah.
like Bucky was to Cap in the comics, which they did not really adapt that at all.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Um, but yeah, in Phase 4, it just looks like it's gonna be the weakest, just with films in general. Like, Shang-Chi, really no one's excited for Shang-Chi.
I honestly, I'll give it a chance, but I'm not that excited.
Oh, well, I'm excited for the Mandarin.
Oh yeah,
That
that
that's
part of it I am excited for, but everything else I don't know.
like, I don't know at the moment. That's the thing. And like Black Widow. My thing with Black Widow was that it's a prequel to Infinity War. Now, Black Widow should have came out where Captain Marvel was, because Captain Marvel should have been the first movie of Phase 4, in my opinion, because they're trying to go more cosmic and everything. They did not have to introduce Captain Marvel in like, they did not have to introduce her backstory. Like, she could just been this mysterious character within Infinity War and Endgame.
That would have been way better than the movie that we saw.
Yeah. Um okay, and I guess let's move on from movies. So,
Before we, I'm gonna give my opinion on this.
oh yeah, sorry.
No, that's all right. Um, so so the first superhero film that I saw was again a Marvel film. I believe the first superhero movie I saw was the first Spider-Man movie. I think me and Nindroid talked a little bit about this in the first live discussion where
Yep.
we were talking about Spider-Man 3, and I believe the first DC film I ever saw, I think it was The Dark Knight. I think that was like
Oh,
the
really?
either that or the Tim Burton Batman films, and I remember really liking them.
Tim
And
Burton was mine, was my first DC.
yeah, it was either that or Batman Begins. I think now that I really think about it. Um, but I think, and also there's a lot of films in Marvel that I feel like are underrated and like no one really appreciates. Like I feel like Daredevil, like no one really appreciates that film at
That,
all.
yeah,
Which kind
that's
of
true.
which kind of brings me back to the whole no one really reads the comics type thing, because the people who either don't know who Daredevil is, who didn't know him at the time, either or hated the film, was because they either didn't read a comic book or they just didn't know the character and they didn't really give him a chance. And I feel like that it's so disappointing, especially when Daredevil was actually a really good film.
Yeah, Daredevil was a plain good film, Like, I backed up Rob when Terrence, I'm pretty sure, well, it was either like Terrence or Danny, which didn't like it, and I'm perfectly fine with people not liking it. It's just, you guys got to remember that that's comic accurate.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't complain that's not comic accurate, because it is comic accurate. And I don't know these filmmakers or reviewers saying that, oh my god, it goes to this religion. Well, guess what? Daredevil has always been religious. Okay? In the comics. Like, seriously. Alright? They grab lots of just look at the Daredevil TV show, alright? He's a he's a Christian, he's a Catholic.
Yeah.
So, that they're just idiots. Alright, let's continue, I guess.
Um, to continue with my thing was another film. So this franchise of films are so underrated because everybody I talk to either don't know, have never seen one of these films before, or just plain out they're like, oh, I don't like them. Is the X-Men films, and I feel like X-Men deserve more credit than they actually do get.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm sorry that I'm gonna talk about X-Men a little bit, but like, you guys gotta remember it was either the 1999 X-Men film or Spider-Man 2002, which kicked the whole superhero thing into going, technically. So X-Men was technically the first Marvel film in which most people saw at the time. So you need credit where it's due, and also it was a fun, enjoyable film, and also X-Men 2 carried that, so that was also a good sequel. Now, the third one does have problems, but I still enjoyed it. X-Men Origins Wolverine was okay, I'll
I
say.
thought
Well, it was okay, I'll say. X-Men First Class is my favorite X-Men film. X-Men Day of Futures and Past was okay. Um, X-Men Apocalypse was okay too. Dark Phoenix was good. Yeah, I think Dark Phoenix needs more respect, but I bet because they saw Apocalypse and they thought that was a bad film, no one saw Dark Phoenix, or it's because Disney did not want to show it because they already bought 20th Century Fox before that film came out.
yeah,
So
that all
they
I
tried
agree with.
they tried not to advertise it a lot because it was made by 20th Century Fox, not Disney. So, yeah, they were like, no, we're not going to advertise that film. That film's going to flop, and we don't care about it. And, like, they should care about it. And I bet Disney will care about the X-Men once Kevin Feige puts them into the MCU.
Yeah.
Whenever that is.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
Also, can I just quickly say, there are lots of underrated DC films, too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I agree
Such
with that.
such as
Like
Superman
Catwoman.
Returns. Superman Returns. Um, Also Watchmen. Watchmen was great in my opinion. That was full on the graphic novel, besides for one thing, and it was the squid
Oh, the
person.
Watchmen was fantastic.
Yeah, that was. And I don't know why people did not like that. Also, Man of Steel. I actually enjoyed that film a lot.
I
Um,
also enjoyed Man of Steel.
Sour does not enjoy it all because he's not a Superman fan, but I can get that. Like I can at least he watched it. Unlike some people, like you stay in the beginning. And yeah, so I'm trying to think of some other films. Kick-Ass. That's also very underrated.
Oh yeah, Kick-Ass is also really good.
And Catwoman, I thought was actually okay.
I found Catwoman to be bad.
Catwoman, I thought was okay. I know lots of people hate Catwoman because it's non-comic accurate at all, but I thought it was actually okay. And there are things in Green Lantern that actually I enjoyed, but the film overall just sucked.
See, I think the problem is with people is that they think that okay, because DC has all these bad movies, they forget how bad all the other like the bad Marvel films. Like no one really talks about the Ghost Rider films. In fact, I know people who like the first Ghost Rider. I don't get it, honestly. It's there's good CGI. I understand there's good CGI, but the problem is there is good CGI in bad movies. I'm not going to praise a movie because of bad CGI. The movie is bad because it's boring.
Yeah, that's technically what I'm saying. Like Ghost Rider, I'm not the biggest fan. That's why I did not like Ghost Rider personally, but because it's not my cup of taste, but I still watch the two films because I'm a hardcore Marvel fan.
I am
So
as
yeah.
well.
So yeah, like you get my point, honestly. But some people just judge them. Like I always judge films on story level, not not like how it looks and everything.
Yeah, that I absolutely agree with as well.
Or
That
like
does. Oh, you go ahead.
sorry. No, you can go.
No, I was gonna wrap it up, but you can do your thing first.
And I said, what I was going to say was, I also don't judge it on how fast or how long the film is. As long as it gets the main story out, then I'll enjoy it. Like, you get my point.
Yeah.
Like, for example, The Dark Knight. The whole trilogy is very long, but I still enjoyed it. Same thing with The Rise of Skywalker. Lots of people have problems with the fast pacing, but still delivers the main story out, in my opinion. But yeah, you can wrap it up for the movies at least.
So to wrap it up, I'm just gonna say that while Marvel has really good movies, and don't get me wrong, they do, we also have to say that DC also has really good movies. We can't just say, oh, one side has great movies and then forget about the bad stuff while focusing on the bad stuff with the other thing. No, you should focus on the good and the bad for both. That's basically all I have to say in terms of movies. Sour, any closing thoughts?
All companies have bad movies. There, that's my thought. I don't know. I was trying to think of a thought. My last thought.
All comic book films do have problems. I don't know.
So now we're gonna continue down the list here. The next thing I want to do is we're gonna go from the big screen to the silver screen. And before we do that, I just want to let you guys know that you can again follow all of us on Twitter. You can follow us on the Discord. And you can also follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to Nindroid, subscribe to me, subscribe to Sour, so we can get to our subscriber goals. Now, next up on our thing is TV shows. Now, in terms of TV shows, who do you think has the better TV shows, Marvel or DC? Who do you think
Now-
does?
You mean like live action or animated?
It can be both.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought you were talking about live action because how Sour and I thought didn't we Sour do like a stream similar to this
Yeah, we
at
did.
one point where like we separate it from also animation level also?
We
Do
did.
you have like a animation tab or banner made?
I can make one real quick.
Yeah, we'll deal with like live action, I guess, here if you want to. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know what? We'll do live action here.
And now this is hard for me personally because one of my favorite shows is a Marvel show on Netflix. And I think you guys already know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
But DC, here's the thing. With Marvel, they started with the cinematic universe before, but DC started with live action TV shows before. So they technically both win in a way, but Marvel gets a lot more money for the films because TV shows don't get as much money as the films.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to say though that now we gotta just think. All right, so there was Arrow.
For me, it's pretty easy.
Arrow, and then there's also Supergirl, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah, you get the point. Then there's Daredevil, The Punisher, The Defenders, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist. It's gonna have to be Marvel. Sorry, everyone. I'm just a huge Daredevil fan. So yeah.
I mean, I respect your opinion. I think I'm gonna go with. See, if we're just talking Netflix shows, then I will absolutely agree with you that yes, Marvel has the better shows. But the thing that really brings it down for me, and the reason why I say DC does, is because Marvel did Agents of Shield, and I still believe that Agents of Shield was bad. And Yeah, and
I actually was okay with Agents of Shield. I'm not the biggest fan. Like, I don't watch all the seasons. If it's on TV, I'll watch it though.
yeah, it's not very good. I
No,
really like Arrow. I liked Arrow up until season 3 and 4, and then I didn't like it. I watched season 5. I really liked season 5. Season 6 and 7 were okay, and I think 8 really knocked it out of the park. The Flash is also really good. I like Legends. Not a big fan of Supergirl. I hate Batwoman. Um, just so if we're gonna go by that, and I like the Netflix shows as well. I think the reason why I got to give to, well, do I want to give it? Because I feel like DC has more of an expanded TV universe than like the Marvel shows do.
well, that's true. That's true. You gotta remember that too. And also, but DC started with the TV shows before Marvel. Also, you have to remember. For example, Batman 1966, Wonder Woman 1971. I'm pretty sure. With Linda Carter. Also the Superman show from 1950.
I mean, those shows are so good.
Yeah. So you gotta remember about those too. I just said about the modern day TV shows. Also, guys, you gotta remember like Swamp Thing is now returning in the CW if you did not hear that.
I did hear about that.
So that will be pretty good because I like Swamp Thing.
Yeah, but there's only one problem though. It was supposed to be on DC Universe, and what's the point now of a streaming service if you're going to put all your stuff on
Yeah.
networks?
Yeah. And also, guys, you also gotta remember it's just like the Marvel shows. I mean, just like the films too. Both sides has bad TV shows. For example, Iron Fist is not really much of a good show. Jessica Jones, I did not really like at all, and Luke Cage, I did not care for. That's already 3 shows in which I did not care for with Marvel. DC, they have the Titans show exclusive to the DC Universe app, right?
Yes.
And then also Watchmen, in which I don't like that show one bit. Um, it was not like the film at all, or the novel, in my opinion, at least. Sorry, guys, if you like it.
Sour. Do you want to say what you like better?
Well, for live action wise, I actually like shoot, wow. Actually, yeah, live action wise, I like Marvel more, but animated wise, I like DC more.
Oh yeah, with me too about DC as the animated TV show. Absolutely. Like there's Batman, the animated series. You also have there's countless of shows like the Justice League, the Batman, you name it. You know.
I agree with your guys' opinions on that.
Oh wait. No, 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 no. Let me take back about the DC shows. No, I like Marvel cartoon shows way better because my favorite cartoon show, besides for Star Wars ones, is Spectacular Spider-Man. So yeah.
All right, I respect that. So to wrap up the TV shows thing, I actually agree that Marvel has really good Netflix shows, but I can respect DC for building up its television universe. So I mean, like I said, there's pros and cons to all of them because there are shows that are better than others. But at the end of the day, I think each Marvel DC just has. I think they have their shows that are better. Yeah, DC has their better shows. Marvel has their better shows, and that I think really, just guys, just again, this kind of is like the main theme of this. It's just if you guys that are watching this after the fact, give DC a chance if you like Marvel and never watched DC at all.
Yeah, now I'm feeling bad because we're technically all saying Marvel.
No, that's
And
okay. You know, that's what. Let's say. Here's the thing, though. We should just like. I think that DC doesn't have that much great, fantastic stuff, but we should always look at the negatives and positives of both, and then
yeah,
let them have a choice.
yeah, well that's what we've been doing. We've been comparing. Each show has, I mean, each company has bad movies and bad shows. Technically, they're both even in a way.
Yeah,
It's just with live action, Marvel doesn't have as much live action DC stuff as I meant live action Marvel stuff as DC. Um, so technically it would be DC, but because I like Daredevil a lot, I have to give it to Marvel. But like it just comes to personal taste, technically.
yeah. That's really all it comes down to, anyway. So now we're gonna jump to animation. And I know Nindroid said earlier that he likes the Marvel stuff, and like I said, I absolutely agree. I think the Marvel stuff is fantastic. You got the original animated series '90s show. You have the Spectacular Spider-Man. You have the Avengers shows. You have the original the '90s Iron Man show, the Hulk. You had all those stuff, and for that I give them credit. But on the other side of the coin, DC had the original animated Batman series, Superman. They had Justice League Unlimited, Static Shock, the Zeta Project, the Batman. They had Batman Brave and the Bold. They had Batman Beyond. It was just insane with both.
Yeah, that's the thing too with DC. Like DC, they started. It's like they were late a little bit with animation, but they were not too late like the films. Because then they started making the animation even better than their films, their live action films. Like for example, Red Sun. Superman Red Sun.
Yeah,
That film was a lot better than Justice League.
it was.
Just saying that right now. And then yeah, I watched lots of DC animated films. Like The Dark Knight, Returns Part 1 and Part 2. I'm pretty sure it was like Returns or Rises, whatever. Son of Batman was another good animated film, and so on. You know, there's lots of films with animation that are good, but you also have to think about Marvel. Like they have lots of great Marvel shows, and also we gotta remember, guys, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, it was the best animated Marvel movie probably in a long time.
Exactly. So just giving the facts there. But overall, I would have to prefer Marvel because I'm a Spider-Man fan. So,
I absolutely agree with that. But I have to take DC here because we got a comment here. Kavari, what's up, man? What's up, Kavari? How you doing today, man? How you
hello
doing?
there, my friend.
But to say this, I prefer the DC animated stuff a lot more. I love some of the Marvel animated shows, but I think DC did it. I like the DC stuff a lot more, especially their animated movies, because while Marvel has Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, I think the DC animated stuff there's like a lot more animated films that are way better, in my opinion. I
Yeah.
per um like like take for example Mask of the Phantasm. You had Under the Red Hood. You had Justice League, Flashpoint Paradox. You had all these movies, and they're all fantastic. And I appreciate having that. Plus, I mean, don't get me wrong, Marvel has a lot of great stuff as well. but to me, I think DC just has a lot of just. I think they just have more to offer than Marvel did. So that's basically
Yeah,
all for that.
yeah. Okay, I'll change my mind because you did mention more good films, and now that I think about it, my mind has decided it's DC who's better with animation. Sorry, Marvel, even though that still Spectacular Spider-Man is my favorite cartoon show. Besides for Star Wars stuff. I'm gonna give credit where it's due.
Kavari comment. Kavari DC for life. Hey, I feel you, man.
Yeah. See, this is a hardcore DC fan, but he still likes Marvel stuff. See, perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Kavari says DC animated stuff is way better. I agree with that.
I'll agree with that too now.
Kavari also says Austinator knows his DC. Yes, I do, because I'm
I
probably
know DC too. Just saying.
Oh
I
yeah,
think we
Nindroid knows
all,
his stuff as well.
yeah. And games. Yes, that is true. You should have made it. Did you make a tab for games?
Yes. Yeah.
Alright,
But
well,
before we get to that, Sour, any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm gonna say DC is better at making animated films and TV shows
okay.
overall.
Yeah. Austin, can we quickly wrap it up because I think Danny does have a show at 9. It's fine if we go a little bit late, but still.
All right, because we still have a couple more things left, so
It's fine. We can go late and all of that, as long as it's not like 10 o'clock.
oh no, we're not gonna go to like 10 o'clock. At best, I think we're gonna go to like 9 something. That's probably the
Alright,
estimate I can
that's
give
fine.
you.
That's fair. That's fair, Austin.
Because I usually do my stuff for like an hour or like an hour and a half, but that's all I'm doing.
It's fine. Alright, let's continue.
All right, next we're gonna talk about video games, and I would just like to point out that yes, Marvel does have an Avengers game coming out, but let me tell you, Marvel has. I would say both companies have a bad track record with games. But if I'm going to be completely honest, the only thing Marvel has in terms of good games are Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes. That is the only thing. And also, I guess the Lego Avengers game. Yeah,
Even
like
then,
the
that wasn't that
Lego.
great.
I like Lego Marvel Superheroes and the Lego Avengers. Also, Lego Marvel Superheroes was okay too. Um, but so technically the Lego games and the Spider-Man. But let me just completely be honest. The Arkham games completely makes that out. Like it completely shows that DC was first with games and they win with games. I have spoken.
Absolutely, I really love the Arkham games, and I'm not going to say that Marvel doesn't have any good games because they do. I would say but the problem is for the most part, you can really only pick out Spider-Man as the only person who's really only Marvel superheroes who actually had a game.
Yeah, like they don't have as many games as DC does. That's what I'm trying to say right there. Um, like like the Arkham games. Let's just face it, everyone. Though that story was like all the series. Yeah, like each game had a great story. I do have problems with Origins though, but that's really it.
Uh, Kavari here with DC movies universe had a slow start. Yes, they
Yeah,
did.
that's what I already said that. I already said that they were late with all of that.
Rocksteady Studio is London. Actually, I know about that because I did Rocksteady as my project for Voltech because I like the Arkham game so much.
Yeah. Oh, I already
Um,
did enough projects dealing with my love of Star Wars, so I respect that.
but I'll tell you what though, Marvel does have Marvel Spider-Man, and let me tell you, Spider-Man is the best game I probably have ever played.
You love it
I
that
can
much.
see that. I can
Yeah,
see. I
because
can
I
see your
waited
opinion.
for over a couple of years for this game, and then when it finally came out, I was like, this game is amazing. Like it shattered all expectations. It did everything right, and it did everything better than I could have imagined. It was incredible. Kavaris is
I don't like it as much as you do. Still love it, but it was my second favorite game of 2018, right behind Red Dead Redemption 2.
I'm actually gonna say, I think Spider-Man was Game of the Year, but I think it was behind like God of War, because I think God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Spider-Man were like my top 3.
Yeah, same.
Also, I want to say to Kavari, he just sent me a link to your stream. I'm already there. I'm on it, Kavari. Can't you see me?
Kavari says he's pissed that WB turned down Superman.
Oh,
Yeah,
for the game? For the
I'm a
game?
little annoyed about
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed because that's what I thought they were working on too. And then WB was like, "No, we don't want to, just because of its budget." Yeah, I heard about that. That sucks.
DC has enough money for that.
Yeah. Well, WB's got to obviously shell out its money for Mortal Kombat and all its other stuff.
Well, Mortal Kombat, let's just say, is, like, not everything has to be Mortal Kombat.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I really like Mortal Kombat. Like, I still think Mortal
Yeah, me too. I enjoy more Mortal Kombat a lot too, but let's just say that we need a Superman game, alright, everyone?
Yeah, Superman
Yeah.
needs at least one good Superman game.
Yeah, that's exactly what I hear. We don't want it to be like Superman 64.
We also don't need it like Superman Returns.
Yeah.
No, but do you remember Superman 64?
Oh my god. Flying through rings. That was the entire game. Flying through rings.
Yeah, yep, that's what I mean. That just
About like a year or two
I would
ago,
love it for I would
a couple of students actually made a pretty good Superman game.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I've heard about that too. And it looks really good.
Yeah, it did.
Wait,
Like,
actually, sorry guys, I did not hear about this. What the heck are you guys talking about? Did students actually make a Superman game?
yeah, it wasn't like anything big or anything. It was like a couple missions in a small open world, but still, it was really good. I heard. I saw
Really?
game. It was really fun.
I gotta
WB
look that
owns
up
a
then.
lot of game studios, but why? Because WB makes a lot of money on Mortal Kombat and Arkham. That's why they own a lot of game studios, Kavari. And Monster Paradise comes in saying, "Hey, Monster Paradise, how are you doing today?"
Hey brother, how are you doing?
But
Nice to see you.
to go back to the topic, I think DC has better games because again, I feel like they have more variety in us. But I think in a way, I can't really compare these two because they all have their really good games, but they also have their really, really bad games. Monster Paradise says he's good. Monster Paradise, I am glad that you're doing pretty well.
Because here's the funny thing. I was not doing good earlier, but now I feel happy and good, like I'm feeling better, I'll say. Yeah, like if you guys go back and watch the stream which I had with Austin and Sour, you can already tell that my voice was not the same and I was like bored, like very bored. I was just going over the same exact stuff that you guys already know. So yeah.
But yeah, so that's it for me with video games. Do any of you guys want to say something about this?
I'm gonna say that DC wins. I have spoken. I think all of us have spoken.
Yeah.
There.
And now, oh, Sour, do you have anything else you want to say here?
Nope.
Nindroid has spoken. We have
Okay.
spoken.
So I think we're reaching our last sub thing. Comic books.
Oh, okay. Now
This is the one.
this is the one in which I myself am a little bit hard with.
Before we get to that, Kavari says rumor has it that Disney might buy EA Games. I don't know why EA would be in financial trouble. I don't know if that's why they're gonna buy them out, but I don't think they are. With like Battlefront 2 and Jedi Fallen Order and all their Battlefield games, they shouldn't be in this deep of trouble.
I don't think so. Oh my god. Ever since Sony, well, no, ever since 20th Century Fox, or even since Lucasfilm, ever since Disney bought Lucasfilm, everyone has been making fake rumors about, oh, Disney's gonna buy this, oh, Disney's gonna buy that. Well, guess what? The only rumor in which you guys were correct about was 20th Century Fox.
Well, I mean, everybody saw that coming. Honestly.
Alright, like, we could all see that coming because they want to do the Fantastic Four correctly, and they want to reboot the X-Men, technically.
Yeah,
Or that's
but
what we think.
the reason why I could see Disney buying EA is because EA does own the rights to the Star Wars games, so therefore I can maybe understand that. But even then, I don't see EA being bought out because a lot of it is because of the fact that EA's games aren't necessarily made for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you could say that Marvel movies and Star Wars movies are not made for kids. Just putting that
Yeah,
out there.
there's like death, decapitation in those movies. Yeah, so I have brothers and sisters making out. It's Star Wars. You could say is made for kids, but you know what? I would like to say they're made for young adults.
Okay, yeah, let me just quickly say, because George Lucas did say that they're for 12 and 13-year-olds. I don't consider 12 and 13-year-olds kids.
Oh no, I don't.
Like, 12 is preteen, and 13 is a teenager, okay? Those are not kids. Those are teenagers or pre-teenagers. That's what I like to think. A kid is from 4 to possibly 9. Then 10, 11, 12 are like preteens. Like you're growing up, you're realizing that the world is. You're learning more about the world. And then with a teen, you're learning more about what you are into, sort of, and you're growing up.
Yeah.
I guess. I'm just trying to think of the best way to put it. And then adult is an 18-year-old and up.
Yeah. Like preteens, you figure out that the world is rough at points and like it can be hard. And teens, I'd say, is when you start to like figure out how to like accomplish things and stuff. Like I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, because that's when people get jobs and everything during your teen years. So yeah, Kavari comes in with a comment.
Oh wait, I don't think we've read Monster Paradise's comment. Comics, I think they're both tied. I could see that, but I think I have more of a preference than others. I don't know about Nindroid and Sour because I think Sour said he's not really a comic book reader, and Nindroid, I think you've read some comics as well.
Oh, I have a huge comic book collection, same from a guy who works at a comic shop.
But
Also, I just want to quickly just say I do have Amazing Fantasy issue 15. You gotta remember that.
Yeah, dude, Nindroid, that is awesome. I am telling you right now, do not lose that, man.
Oh, you actually think that? No, I'm not losing that at all. It's framed on my wall, and it's staying there till I grow up to 60 years old.
No,
Or,
it should
yeah,
stay
like-
up there like just forever.
Well, yeah, but yeah, like maybe at 60 I need some money or something like that. I might sell it, or I might actually exchange it for a better copy. You get my point.
Absolutely agree with that. Kavari comes in because Disney doesn't own any game studios. Yeah, they don't need to own game studios. They just have to work with game studios, in my opinion, because they work with Square Enix with the Kingdom Hearts games. They work with EA for the Star Wars games. They don't really need game studios.
They don't need games. Alright, guys, they don't need games. Disney was made for movies, okay? So guess what? Disney's gonna stay with movies. I hope, at least. Because even, what did Walt Disney say at first? What did he say? He said he wanted to make movies. He wanted to be his own filmmaker. So guess what? And TV shows are like mini movies, so that's okay. But games, no.
Before we continue with that, we actually have a lot of comments here. I'm going to get to them really quick. James Wan gave an update on Aquaman, and Black Manta will be the main villain, but not alone. Well, I don't know who would. I think Ocean Master could be the main villain then, if he's going to be, or no, he's going to be the secondary villain.
I think Black Manta will be number one, and then there's going to be another one. I have to think about it though, because there's a lot of Aquaman villains.
Yeah.
In general.
We got Kavari again with Patty Jenkins' Amazonian HBO Max series coming. Well, then that might be why. That might be when I might get it then. If the HBO Max actually has original stuff coming, that would be great.
Yeah.
Monster Paradise asks, will Aquaman 2 be better than the first? I hope so. I honestly hope so.
Honestly, I enjoyed the first Aquaman a lot. So, probably the second one will be better. Because Black Manta will be the main villain. If Kavari is right with the main villain as Black Manta.
That's agreed as well. Monster Paradise comes in. Patty Jenkins wants to direct it. She said, hey, more power to her. If she wants to direct that, man, I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah.
Kavari said, true. Nicholas comes in. What's up, Nicholas? Disney owns Marvel Studios movies. Yes, they do. Absolutely.
Yes, that is completely true, Nicholas.
Kavari says, I think in the future WB will include games in HBO Max, like one-stop shop. If they have something I think that's what DC Universe should do. Is they should do games because they have the comic books there. You might as well do the games as well.
Yeah, that is true too. The DC Universe app has so much, and I think no one even not a lot of people even heard of DC Universe. That's the thing. If I ask around my area, everyone that goes to my school, I bet maybe 3 people out of 1,000 people will say they heard of it. Okay? I'm just saying that right now. And, that's counting the DC fans in my school.
But the problem with DC Universe, in my opinion, is that even though they have a lot of stuff, they take a lot of stuff away. One time they took a lot of movies off of it, and then they started putting movies back on. You would think that because DC owns most of those movies, that all of them would be on DC Universe. But no, they keep removing them.
Also TV shows too. They were gonna do Stargirl on there.
Now that's a CW show.
Now they're going to put in CW. And then Swamp Thing. Now CW. You get my point.
Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have a lot of these, so I'm trying to get through them.
Oh, it's fine. 100%.
What? Aquaman was brilliant. I really like Aquaman.
Oh,
I really
Aquaman
do.
was brilliant.
I like.
Kavari, you are absolutely correct. It changed the comic book industry, like comic book film industry, by a lot. Just with
Abs-
CGI.
Absolutely agreed. What were you gonna say, Sour? Before
I like Aquaman. I actually really like it, but me personally, I believe that Wonder Woman was better.
Oh, well, completely. Like, I can see your point about that.
yeah, I absolutely agree with that as well.
I just prefer Aquaman.
Wakanda versus Atlanteans in Black Panther 2. Dude, that would actually be really cool. To, like, see the technology of Atlantis versus the technology of Wakanda. That would be awesome. The problem is, maybe they could do Submariner in that movie, but I don't think they
That's
will.
why I just said. That's why I was just gonna say. That is most likely what's gonna happen in the sequel. Because didn't you hear in Endgame when they mentioned about something within the water and stuff like that from what's her name? Okoye?
Yes.
Did you okay. Now and also here's another thing. In Iron Man 2 in the background, um Nick Fury had like a little thing of shield or whatever, like a little hologram, and they marked Wakanda right next to Atlantis. Now, what's gonna happen is probably like, Submariner will probably try and take over Wakanda. So they're technically both princes in a way, if you kind of think about it.
Yeah.
So, like Black Panther versus Submariner. I would pay to see that.
Hey, I would also pay to see that. Put Submariner and Black Panther in like a cage together, see who wins. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Kavari says Monster Paradise. Come on, the world building in Aquaman was epic. It was
Yes.
epic.
Yes.
Monster Paradise says I did like the world building. Yeah, I agree with that as well.
World building of the comic book movie industry.
Kavari says here, I don't think Marvel should do a Namor movie yet because Aquaman was a success and it would be too similar to Aquaman. Yes.
Well.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry that I was a little bit interrupting, but this is if Marvel is smart enough, they can make him not be like Aquaman. Because he is an anti-hero, make him be the bad guy of Black Panther 2. And then make him turn by that. Like, don't introduce him as a hero. Introduce him as, like, a bad guy at first. And then make him turn. Like, make Black Panther not kill him. Just make Black Panther convince him to turn good. Then, they're both at peace with each other. And then, we can have a film about him, like, sometime during the future. If Marvel is smart enough, they would do that. If not, I have no clue.
I mean, that actually that's a great idea, Nindroid. Hopefully Disney takes that into account. Monster Paradise comes in saying, I disagree, Kavari. I do think that they could do one, but I agree with Nindroid that they should build Namor up first. Black Panther CGI was met, and now they want to do underwater CGI. The CGI Black Panther, I admit, was good in some areas, but it was pretty weak in others.
That's what I mean. Like, do you remember when the ship? I don't remember Black Panther's ship name, but when the ship flew into Wakanda, that was super great. That was super beautiful right there. And then you saw all the buildings, and then it landing the ship. That was beautiful. Then you have other things like his suit that rocks. But then we have things like the rhinos in that film and some of the like buildings at points that just looked completely fake. That's why I don't understand why people think it's the best Marvel film ever made. Because it isn't.
Black Panther is It's a great movie, but it's overrated.
That's what I mean. It's
Yeah.
completely overrated. Can
Monster
you agree,
Paradise says,
Sour?
I thought it was good, but yeah, I do
No,
believe that it was overrated. Black
yeah,
Panther.
yeah. No, I'm not saying that. It was good. It was very good. But it was just like, yeah, it's another Marvel movie. Like they needed to do a Black Panther film to like show what Wakanda is really. That's what technically I got from the film. And also, like they're starting to share their technology with us humans. So I get that they wanted to show that, and they wanted to show that the villain was understandable. Like you understood his methods and everything. Because even T'Challa even said that his father was wrong. Like Killmonger is right in a way, but how Killmonger is dealing with it is bad. That's what I got at least.
yeah, I agree with that statement. Um,
But
so
CGI wise, Aquaman is way better. I have
it,
spoken.
it
Now, I'm
is.
sorry that I interrupted. Go back, Austin.
Yeah, because I still am trying to read some of these.
Oh my god, now there's even more.
Yeah. So I'm gonna quickly breeze through them. I mean I know guys, I know you guys want me to do this in full, but because I think we are on time constraints, so I'm just gonna breeze through them. Coogler said in an interview that he will fix the CGI in Black Panther 2. I really hope so, because the CGI in the first one was not that great. Denzel Washington and Samuel Jackson in Marvel movies. Samuel Jackson is really good in anything, especially as Nick Fury and Mace Windu.
Mace
Denzel
Windu. Oh
Denzel
yeah.
Washington, I believe he was confirmed to be in the X-Men MCU movie, so we'll see about that. Denzel Washington can play Lex Luthor. I mean,
I
yeah, that
don't
could.
believe. Okay, I'm sorry that I'm interrupting again, but let me tell you, Denzel. It's not going to be Lex Luthor because they already paid the other actor. I don't remember his name, but I think they're going to keep the other actor. I don't remember. I think his name was like Alex something. The other guy for Batman versus Superman.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh yeah, Jesse. Sorry, I thought his name was Alex. Sorry. I think they're going to keep him as the DCEU Lex, but yeah, could be maybe.
Um, Kavari says the CGI was awful. Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you there. Kavari says all the Marvel movies are the same to me. There, a lot of them are different. But
There's a
I can understand your thing.
lot
Kavari.
of different films. All right.
Monster Paradise says Kavari. No, they're not. That is true.
Yeah.
Say what you want about DC movies are different. Say what you want about DC. DC movies are different in every way. Yeah, but you can say the same thing about Marvel though too,
And
Kavari.
well, I can see where Kavari's coming from because some of them do have. It's called the Marvel formula. That like at least in the beginning stages of the MCU, they had this formula where the villains always had to die, and like the heroes had to find who they were and stuff like that. Like I understand where you're coming from, Kavari, but there are many, and I mean many different Marvel films. For example, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Infinity War, Civil War, Winter Soldier, Endgame, you name them, and Captain
Yeah.
Marvel. Captain Marvel was very different. Like I did not expect it to be that different, to be honest.
Monster Paradise comes in. So are Marvel movies. Again, Monster, I agree. And then Kavari says, and I'm gonna pardon my language here, YouTube. Please do not flag me from using this harsh language. But Kavari says, "Fuck Jesse Eisenberg." No, I do not think Jesse Eisenberg. He's a great actor. I think he could have been really good as Lex Luthor, but the writing was just bad.
He should have been the DCU Joker instead of what's his name, Joaquin. Oh wait, no, not Joaquin Phoenix. Sorry, my
Jared
bad.
Leto?
Jared Leto. Yeah. My,
Uh,
I'm really forgetting names right now. I'm sorry. Kavari comes in.
Kavari again. Marvel equals the heroes win. The action is good and the jokes are cheesy and corny. Well, yeah, in that sense, yes, they are very similar. But at the same
Yeah.
time, I can't. I mean, but at the same time, the movies themselves are different. Like if you're looking at that Kavari, then yes, Marvel is really just the same formula. But for the record, I do think that you could say the same thing about both. So, Nicholas, has anyone read The Death of Superman and Superman Red Sun? I have the Death of Superman graphic novel, and I have read Superman Red Sun, and I really like them. I like them both, actually. They're both really, really good. I definitely recommend that to everybody who has never read a DC comic in their life. So please, please just do it. And then Monster Paradise, Marvel versus DC is like politics. Yep, that's exactly right. You either have a side and you fight that side to the death.
Yep. But I'm gonna quickly just say, everyone, that DC Comics do sell a lot more than Marvel. I have spoken.
Believe it or not, that's how DC makes most of their money.
And how do I know that? Because I work at a comic shop. And also just from plain facts.
Absolutely agree with that, Nindroid. Kavari wants to know, what's your opinion on the Black Adam movie? Well, I guess now we're going in Q&A time. I'm actually really interested in the Black Adam movie because Dwayne The Rock Johnson's playing Black Adam. It would be kind of cool to see him and Shazam go up against one another in Shazam 2. That would be really, really cool because I like Black Adam. I liked him in the first Injustice game. I liked him in both. So it would be cool to see Black Adam make an appearance as that.
Yeah, I'm a little bit mixed. Like, like, I just don't see that. I just don't see a Black Adam film being that successful, but,
To each
maybe
their
it
own.
will.
Kavari says, who will replace Ezra Miller as the Flash? I don't know if he's going to get replaced necessarily. I think
He's getting replaced. I'm sorry, guys, but he's gonna be replaced. Even though I thought he was joking around, he was just messing around, because that videotape was viral for like 4 days straight. He's fired.
Who will replace Ezra Miller though? That's really tough because you could really have a lot of people replace him.
Future live discussion.
Yes. Future live discussion. Who is going to replace everybody in the DCEU? Because the DCEU is in shambles.
We're gonna have a live discussion about that.
Absolutely.
Trust me, like, I don't care if it's on Austin's channel or my channel. We're gonna do a live discussion sometime.
Kavari, love Shazam, but the suit was awful, but I love the movie. The suit looked okay to me because I like the comics.
Whoa, the outfit was great.
Yeah, it was
And
good.
also, like, I just want to throw that out there that I met Zachary Levi, and I have a signature of his name on my wall. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit bragging, but still, he came to the comic shop.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, Kavari comes in once again.
What did you guys think of the PlayStation 5 demo gameplay? For the game, at least they showed gameplay rather than Xbox.
Yeah. Xbox didn't even show any.
No, they showed gameplay reviews. or no, they didn't even show gameplay reveals. They just showed game reveals. That's not gameplay. Xbox.
Ooh, oh yeah, Nicholas brings up a point.
Robert Pattinson as Batman. So,
should we talk about it?
Okay, here we go.
Wasn't he
Robert
in
Pattinson
Twilight?
as Batman.
Like seriously, I don't know why people are having a fuss over him saying that he's not exercising, because I think Robert Pattinson is not fat, so you guys should not worry about it.
Well, here's where I should play devil's advocate. If Robert Pattinson should work out, but at the same time, he doesn't need to be like buff.
Yeah, like you gotta remember, guys, that this is a younger Ben Affleck, so he's not as like you could say that he's not as muscular yet, because you gotta remember, like the Batman which we see, he's probably in his like 60s in the film.
Yeah,
60s or 50s. Yeah, like based off of the Dark Knight comics by Frank Miller.
And also, he doesn't fight Superman yet, so.
Yeah.
Do you think Xbox will outsell PlayStation 5? It depends on what games are coming out initially and if the consoles themselves. But so far, I don't think so, because Xbox had a crappy first impression already.
Yeah, sure. I don't know much about Xboxes and like I have an Xbox, but yeah, I just play games on that. But I don't know a lot with the newer Xboxes and stuff like that.
Hey man, like listen, video games aren't for everybody, man.
Yeah, but I play them. That's the thing. Like, do you
Yeah.
understand? Like, I play comic book related ones. I don't play Final Fantasy like Rob, or I don't do stuff like that. I'll watch them because they're my favorite YouTubers.
Absolutely. But so you're not like a hardcore gamer. You're just like you'll play games, but you're not like a first.
No, yeah, just like that.
I'm a hardcore gamer, definitely.
Kavar says Shazam 2 is coming. That I see, because Shazam 2 is.
Oh, they already confirmed that.
Yeah.
They already confirmed that, and Black Adam, and they said that's delayed to 2022. I'm pretty sure.
Monster Paradise goes PlayStation all day. I agree with you, Monster Paradise.
No, Xbox.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, hardcore Xbox fan.
PlayStation 2 is Xbox, PlayStation 2. Last generation, I'd say Xbox One. But this generation, I'd honestly say, like, Xbox does have backwards compatibility, but the exclusives on PS4 are so good. So I'm gonna say PS4 is probably has won this one. We'll just have to see for next this year's PS5 versus Xbox Series X. We'll just have to see that one. So far, I'm thinking about getting an Xbox, the new Xbox before the new PlayStation. Because I'm not a hardcore console fanboy. I don't like when the new PlayStation 5 comes out. Like, I'm not gonna buy a system just because I really love that company.
Yeah.
Fanboys do.
Kavar says, do you think we will get a Man of Steel 2, and who should direct? Man of Steel 2, I think, will happen when Henry Cavill's done with the Witcher stuff. But yes, I do think Man of Steel 2 will happen. And as far as who will direct, that's really anybody's guess, honestly.
Ron Howard.
Yep. Nicholas, who's your favorite X-Men character? I really like Cyclops, and I also like Wolverine.
Cyclops.
Yeah, I like
just no doubt Cyclops or Beast.
Like, I like all the X-Men. I just love X-Men in general.
Yeah, X-Men were pretty cool. I remember watching the cartoons on, I think it was actually VHS. Oh my god, my family's old school.
I will say though, I don't like Teenage Warhead or whatever her name is. Did not
I
like
was
her.
gonna say Teenage Ninja Turtles.
What?
Speaking of Teen,
I thought you were gonna say TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, Teenage Warhead from from Daredevil. I meant Deadpool. My bad. Oh my god. Like I'm not much of a Deadpool guy.
I am. He's pretty. Although, like, I like both iterations of him because I read some of his older comics and I really like him. Like, it's so weird because before like the Deadpool game, Deadpool was such a serious character. He was like suffering through depression and stuff. But then the Deadpool game changed all of that. For better or for worse is up to anybody's opinion, really. I wouldn't say it was either for better or for worse. I'd still like him this same amount.
All right, we gotta get to this.
Yeah, like we have like a ton of comments left to go. This is, I mean, guys, I appreciate that, but we're on time constraint. So guys in chat, I thank you guys for leaving comments. Like this is fun. Like I love doing live discussions. I really do.
Yeah.
Personally, I like doing them more than uploads. Because today I uploaded an Arkham video. I made no views, but more people are doing views for my live discussions and my live stream. So I don't know if I really want to keep doing uploads.
I recommend live streams because technically you and I are the same with uploads. Like unless if it's like a news video, then I get some views for it.
Yeah.
If I'm not too late, like I reported on the Boba Fett news like 13 minutes after it came out.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I had to record and everything like as soon as I found it. So yeah.
So just so we can get through these comments, Gambit, Wolverine, or Monsters Paradise's favorites, which I totally respect. Kavari, who would say is the greatest superhero of all time? For me, is Batman. Well, Batman's technically not a superhero, so I can't really say he's the greatest.
He's a hero.
If we're going greatest hero, then absolutely Batman. But the greatest superhero, I personally think it's Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. What about you, Sour?
Thor.
What did you say?
I'd say Thor's my favorite superhero.
Okay. I respect that.
No, I definitely, he's my second.
Yeah. Kavari says, I hate Final Fantasy. Well, Final Fantasy, Kavari, is probably, it's not for everybody, to tell you the truth. It's not for everybody. Monster Paradise, the greatest superhero is Superman. Well, Superman does have super in his name. Let's see here. When do you guys think we'll get another Justice League movie? Probably in the year 3000 when WB finally figures their stuff out.
Probably the year 3000.
PlayStation was first, and the Japanese are masters. PlayStation was first. The Japanese are masters. Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, wait. I need to say something about the Justice League film.
Go ahead.
Let me just tell you guys that it better not be like 30 years or anything like that, or else I'll be very annoyed because I'm actually a Justice League supporter. I actually enjoy Justice League, unlike most people. So let me just tell you, Warner Brothers, you better make another Justice League film and make it better than the first one, please.
Oh, absolutely. Kavari says, "What's up for Ava DuVernay's? I don't know how to pronounce her last name. New Gods movie. I don't think that's actually going to happen. I think that's just going to be
It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
If we're not going to get a Justice League movie, I don't see a New Gods movie coming out. Jason Momoa said he's seen the Super Snyder Cut. Well, apparently the WB execs didn't see the Snyder Cut until today.
I'm gonna honestly say that the Snyder Cut. I already said this with Austin. I don't care if it's released or not. if it's released, I'll give it a watch and I'll probably love it. But if it doesn't, I don't care.
Absolutely agreed with that. Monster Paradise says that movie will collapse. What movie? New Gods or Justice League? What did you do? What did you think of Robert Pattinson's Batmobile? I actually like the Batmobile. The Batmobile does look cool. I do like that. Kavari, it's a shame Disney has no plans for Deadpool 3. Well, I thought, didn't they have plans for Deadpool 3? Because they said that they weren't doing it yet. So, I mean, don't expect plans yet, guys. Monster Paradise, actually, they said they do have plans for Deadpool. Well, what are the plans for Deadpool then? Because I didn't hear about that. If any
I
of you guys
heard of that. I heard of that. But that's all that I heard. I didn't hear any information.
Yes, I didn't hear about that. James Gunn said that Guardians of the Galaxy will be his last Marvel movie. Do you think he will stay at DC? More than likely, because Disney fired him. So I don't think he's gonna go back to Marvel after Guardians 3. So Guardians 4 will probably happen, but there's
To
just
be
not gonna be
honest,
James Gunn.
I don't. Like I can completely agree with him. Why I wouldn't? Because James Gunn, like he just made a simple joke. It just shows how a simple joke can ruin your entire life.
Yeah. Monster Paradise Kavari, stop making stuff up. LOL. Is there bad blood between you two guys? Like, do I have to separate you guys, put you into two separate corners?
yeah. There's.
Depends on what you've done.
We already I've already had a stream where they were fighting over the best trilogy. And speaking of which, Sour, do you want to talk about the stream tomorrow on your channel?
Yeah, sure. We're gonna have a stream. We're gonna have a stream today about our favorite trilogy. But yeah, some stuff came up, so I pushed it back to tomorrow.
So make sure that you check it out.
Yes.
Nicholas, Nintendo was founded in September 23rd, 1889. Well, that's actually a very good fun fact because I didn't know that they actually came about because their Nintendo's first console wasn't like
That is correct, also, Nicholas.
Also, Nintendo, before they made video games, they actually made playing cards and board games and stuff.
That's actually cool. I didn't know about that.
Breaking
Yeah, I
news.
knew about that because I watched Scott the Wise.
Is that actually breaking? Like, I gotta actually look this up.
Breaking news: WB reportedly want Christopher Nolan to help out with the DCEU. I don't know if that's really breaking news, though. I mean, like I said, it's not really breaking news because the DCEU is a mess. So it's really not breaking news. It's pretty much just stating the obvious. But hey, if it's breaking news, then I'll believe it.
Yeah.
James Gunn said a couple months ago he would love to come back to the MCU after Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Well, that's only like if he wants to come back because he's doing Suicide Squad for DC or the new Suicide Squad movie. So, listen, if James Gunn wants to come back, he absolutely can. I'm not going to tell him what to do. I'm not his dad.
I just read Kafari's comment.
Oh, can I even get away with this? I'm just gonna not say this because I could probably get away with the F word, but I don't know if I can get away with this. Disney will make an R-rated Deadpool movie. Will never make an R-rated Deadpool movie.
Bunch of wussies.
Yeah, well, we'll just say wussies. Wussies. I'm not gonna say what that word is.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I could maybe they can, but I don't. I do agree. I don't see them making an R-rated film, but it would be interesting to see if Disney will actually go get away with it. But as far as that's concerned, I do agree. I don't think they are. So I think we just caught up with all the chats. It's
thank God.
9:45. So we're reaching hour and a half, which is the longest live discussion we've ever done.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got another comment.
Kavari, Deadshot movie with Will Smith. That sounds good.
Another comment.
Oh. I love how we get caught up and then like we get more comments. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really like this. Like, I don't
Oh
mind.
yeah, me too. Yo, like today I barely got any comments on the live stream. So comments, like, but sometimes they get a little bit crazy.
Yeah, like we're. I mean, hey, I love this, guys. Like,
Yeah. I love this, but sometimes you need a break. Yo, like you're just going too crazy.
but I mean, I guess we're. But like I said, we're not. I think we're just on the Q&A portion. Deadshot movie with Will Smith. That sounds good. Yes. It does sound good, but you have to do it right. I don't know really how you could do it. But hey, I mean, I would be down for that. I like Will Smith.
Gotham City Sirens needs a movie. Well, I think they were originally gonna do that, but I don't know now, all because I heard that Gotham City Sirens was gonna be about just Joker and Harley. Well, now that we know about Birds of Prey, we technically don't need that anymore because it seems like they broke up.
Yeah.
And also, they already took the. Man, I don't remember her name. Like the female police officer.
Renee Montoya.
Yeah, that person. Yeah, that person. You know, from it was originally from Batman and the anime series or whatever. That cop. Yeah.
Yeah. Kavari Ayers said, or no, Kavari said that David Ayers said that Suicide Squad was not his fault. It's WB's. Well, it was technically everybody's fault who made that movie because they shouldn't have released a movie that clearly just sucked.
What's up with the Dune movie?
That Dune movie. I've heard of it. I don't know what's going on with it.
We'll
Did
be
that
right
come
back.
out?
Okay, sour. Oh, Jeremy's here.
Oh, Jeremy. Oh. Jeremy, DC is love, DC is life. Well, let's just hope he doesn't come into my bedroom. Or let's just hope DC doesn't come into my bedroom. Says here, the DCEU's future looks bright. Well, I don't know how you could define a light bulb
Hey.
bright, but
Hey.
you know what?
Hey, I'm gonna simply just say this, Kavari. The DCEU, it determines what Warner Brothers is gonna do. Like, are they gonna be, Mr. Dumbass or whatever from Rob's videos? David P.
If David P. Dumbass was
Yeah, David P. Are they gonna be like him, or are they actually gonna be very smart?
I really hope it is. Nicholas, Star Wars Shakespeare. There was a Shakespeare thing of Star Wars. That actually, I heard that.
George Lucas always said this. It's like poetry. It repeats. Like it needs to be like poetry. Well, guess what? It was poetry. I have spoken.
Absolutely. Right. Jeremy, that's not PG. Well, this stream is not PG. It's mainly PG 17.
PG 17. Hey.
I wouldn't go as far as
Kappa.
PG 13.
Hey, this is not a kids video. Alright? This is not for Kappa.
Yeah,
Popa, whatever.
It's never going to be. These streams are never going to be for kids. Let's just get that right now.
Yeah.
Because especially when we get Thomas on here, that is when this is definitely not going to be PG. This is going to be like R-rated stuff.
Yeah, Thomas always does that. And I know that Kavari knows that.
Kavari said my YouTube just crashed. Oh, that's not good. You might want to refresh the page or restart computer or phone,
Jared
depending on where
Leto
you are.
Joker was good.
I don't know about that.
Nah, my problem with that is that it was not his fault. It was the writer's fault, in my opinion.
Well, I agree with that too, but it still doesn't change the fact he was still bad.
Now, I just think it was not comic accurate what he performed.
No.
Because let me just tell you, Joker does not wear white suits. He wears one suit, and that is purple or pink.
Kavari, you guys should try Superman Red Son. I've read it and I've watched it. It's both good.
Same.
Kavari's good movie.
And I love that. That's one of my favorite cartoon movies.
Jeremy says, why so serious? Because of the DCEU not knowing what they're doing.
Get my boy Cyborg a movie. Yeah, that was actually supposed to come out April 3rd of this year.
Well, there's only one problem. The guy who plays Cyborg doesn't want to play him anymore.
Yeah. Because of the backlash of Justice League.
Hey, that's what made Ben Affleck leave.
Technically, yeah.
Jeremy, every Joker is deterrent. I could get down with that.
Yeah.
Kavari, can't believe Justice League cost $600 million because of reshoots. Well, it doesn't look like it was cost $600 million. It looked like it cost $15 million.
That's because they redid the entire film. Most of it, at least. So we know that the Snyder Cut exists, but they had to redo it too much to make it be like 2 hours long. Because we know, guys, that it's at least 3 hours long, the Snyder Cut.
Jeremy says, $1 million isn't cool. You know what's cool? $1 billion. Yeah. Way better. So we're at 9:52, so we're reaching 10 o'clock. I didn't think we were going to be streaming this long here. I thought we were going to be streaming for like an hour. I didn't think we were going to be streaming for over an hour and a half. That's crazy. But you guys...
I gotta just quickly just say hi to Danny, Mads, Terrence, and Chris Knight quick. Alright.
You know what? I'm actually going to do that as well. Just give me, like, 2 seconds, guys. Are they still streaming right now?
Yeah.
Or are they...
Yeah, they're streaming always to 10.
I was like, yo, this is awesome. Alright, I put my thing in the chat. Alright. Kavari says, I blame Snyder and WB for the DCEU's problems. Well, I don't really blame Zack Snyder that much because, for the record, I don't think Zack Snyder did... See, Zack Snyder had a plan for this universe, but then, because of all of his personal stuff, he had to leave, and then WB was just messed up with all the editing stuff. So, unfortunately, that's just... It wasn't happening there. Jeremy, I'm as mad as hell. And I'm not going to take this anymore. Yep, me as well. As a DC fan, I am disappointed with Joss Whedon's Justice League movie. Yeah, I was too.
Yeah.
It is both films.
I guess.
I can understand why I would be disappointed as well. It was just a bad movie.
Yeah, I actually liked it, but, you know.
I mean, I didn't mind it, but I didn't like it. I'm probably going to take couple more chats, guys, before we wrap it up, because it is getting late. It's still like 9:50. It's like 9:54. Like, guys, I appreciate that, and I probably shouldn't have started this late, but hey, that's your guys' comments make me want to keep doing this. So, WB can spend $600 million, but not $35 million on a Superman game. Yeah, that's actually, yeah. I absolutely agree with that. After all, tomorrow is another day. That's exactly correct.
Yes, that is completely true.
Justice League broke my heart. It was supposed to be our Avengers movie. Yeah, it was.
Well, let me just tell you guys, I was not really that disappointed. I actually enjoyed the film, but I get why people disliked it because, one, Batman is not supposed to form the Justice League, but you know what? I was okay with it. Let's just put it at that.
If that was the last chat, which it might be, I think we're gonna wrap this stream up because,
Alright.
again, we went way over an hour while Jeremy came in. I
It's
liked it.
almost 2 hours, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I didn't think we were gonna I didn't think we were gonna go over an hour, let alone 2. Jeremy says I liked it and I want more of it. I would honestly like to see more of the movie before I even.
I cried. I cried today.
Hey,
And
I
that's gonna be
cried
the
too.
last comment, everyone.
Yeah, that's gonna be the last comment, guys. We gotta wrap this up.
Unless if you guys want to say bye.
Yeah, if you guys want to say bye, that's absolutely fine. But we're gonna wrap it up here. But before we leave, though, I want to just let you guys know that me, Nindroid, and Sour are going to be doing another live discussion on Wednesday. We're going to be doing a tier list of the Star Wars characters, so you guys please come in and stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Jeremy says bye. Bye, Jeremy. But yeah, guys, that's it in terms of that. So thank you, Nindroid, for coming on to the live
no
discussion.
problem.
Thank you, Sour. He's not here, but thank you, Sour, Kavari. Bye. See you tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do a live discussion tomorrow. I really love doing the live discussions. They're very fun. I love doing streams. But there is going to be an upload definitely tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Nicholas, Audios, Amigos, and then Kavari, Peace Bitches. I just love how everything was like peaceful, and then Kavari, Peace Bitches. Man, but yeah, guys. But again, thank you, Nindroid. Thank you, Sour. You can find them on YouTube and Twitter and any of the other social media outlets.
Discord.
Join the
Rob's Discord.
Yeah, join Storm's Nation in the Discord. And also you guys can follow me on Twitter at the Austinator17, and you guys can follow me on YouTube at the Austinator. So in terms of all of that, Kavari, love you guys. Bye. Hey, man, we appreciate you having you on here, man. Thank you.
Yeah, he's been one of our top supporters.
Yeah.
So thank you, bro.
Speaking
of which, alright, so I want to say thank you all for watching Austin's stream. I will be having a live discussion tomorrow. Don't know the topic, but I will be having a live discussion. So, if you haven't already, please come check out my channel and Sour's channel. And also Austin's too. Please subscribe to us as one huge droid community.
Jeremy says, I'll be back. Well, I hope you are back. And Kavari, you should check out Grace Randolph's channel. I will. You know what? I might check him out.
Okay, I might too.
But yeah, though, guys, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. That's it in terms of chats. Thank you guys again for watching. Thank you to Nindroid. Thank you to Sour. This is the Austinator signing out. Oh, well, hang on.
Wait.
She is. That's all the newest news about DC, Marvel, Star Wars. Jeremy, check out my channel. I already subscribed to you, Jeremy. I subscribed.
Oh, Jeremy, I did not know that you had your own channel, so I'll subscribe, bro. Okay, bye,
Kavari.
All right, bye,
Alright.
everyone. Peace
Okay,
out.
this is it. This is it. This is fun.
Yeah.
Alright.
Peace out.
Now, okay, I want to do my outro, please, guys, officially. Again, thank you guys for watching. This is the Austin signing out.